make a grown man cry.
Made it my wife, she got kicked and she so bella. Confused, no name brands. So I want to bring to the stage
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Detroit Pistons out at Little Caesars Arena. Looking at the Pistons, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And tonight, we'll see Andre Drummond, one of the more voracious rebounders.
Like John Walsh, America's
like we ain't never ever go hard for this. They don't let us in, we both God in this. Like we ain't never ever go hard. They talking about practice. They don't let us in, we both God. Like we don't practice. Like we ain't never ever go hard. They talking about practice.
Spelling out upcoming events and gear with the Neighborhood Scout. First, we shout out the long-range winners 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought he had Allen Iverson, and Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without him.
In 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana.
Westbrook against Durant. Here's Adams. Outside for George. Off target from three-point range.
Only one of Florida stars looking to find that rhythm.
Durant, good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
That's Draymond staying alert, recognizing the defense breakdown.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's George. Durant with some nice D.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Curry outside. Knocks down the three ball. Curry's got himself a board of three there.
Steph, maybe the best shooter we've seen from beyond the arc. Pretty.
Adams against Green. Adams, the pass to Wesley. And the rejection by Cousins. And it goes out of bounds. Basket. Touched by Green. Adams against Green. Adams, the pass to Wesley. Davis. That shot off the mark. So the Thunder will take it the other way. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Feeds it to Green. And stolen by Noel. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Down low. After this, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry with a wide open look. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Down low. Her passes to Phillips. Kicks to Noel. 5 to shoot. Over Cousins. Here's Schroeder. Curry with some nice deep.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
For 3, Durant. And the Warriors get it back. Passes to Thompson. Cousins dishes to Thompson. Goes back up. Yes, that goes in. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Schroeder kicks to Noel. Goes back up. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Oklahoma City.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Pass to Schroeder. Uses both hands to slam it down.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with a statement finish.
Steve, you think about Coach Steve Kerr as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor. The perfect coach for this sharpshooting team.
Durant up top, defended by George. Durant against George. Durant, the pass to Cousins. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
DeMarcus can play outside, but the paint is still where he makes his living.
And it's Schroeder missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Iguodala against Phillips. He kicks to George. To the middle. And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You've seen some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, for sure. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
And here are the Warriors now, following the score by Oklahoma City from Cousins. And a great assist by Curry. That one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Oklahoma City's got gold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 assists from long range. Schroeder dishes to Felton. They set the pick. Here's a screen by Noel. Here's Schroeder. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense collapsed on him, but Schroeder found the right angle.
Bell with the screen on Schroeder. Curry kicks to Bell. Back to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's the break. Second between the shot clock and game clock.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
And you'd be hard-pressed to find another shooter in history with better range than Steph Curry. Those deep threes are nothing.
Well, the one thing you want to
Shot from free throw range. That one wide left. That will count. No good. Trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to a close.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr, Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now, holding just over City in the first quarter. And it's just about time now for the third quarter. Big lead in the first period, 3 points being their largest cushion. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now, holding just over City.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Paul George in this game, guy. He's been everywhere.
You don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
You know, it's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
We've got a moment set before. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry at point with McCaw at the 2. They're the backcourt. Jones is out there with Bell. And it's Durant in at the 3. I know, Steve, when you were an amateur basketball player, some people had suggested they're not teaching enough skill. Now, that same refrain is heard. But then you see young players like Jason Tate, Dennis Smith Jr. What's your opinion on that?
You know, I think people look at these players individually, and I think for young guys coming up to youth basketball, the individual player that plays better gets the 4-star to 5-star. So a lot of these guys want to be that player. We don't put enough emphasis on team basketball. So whereas just as important as the best guy, and I think if we can change that narrative, you will see that. But skill-wise, I think we're okay for our skills. The guys with the basketball, I think now we got to have guys understand how to play without it in their head.
Here's Curry, following the score by Oklahoma City. Bell with a screen on Westbrook. Curry passes to Durant. There's the feed to Bell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the rebound by Grant.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Left side Westbrook. Outside George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down.
I'm loving this one. It's been back and forth with these lead changes. It's probably going to just come down who has the ball last.
And here now the Thunder. Warriors making the shot. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment.
before we go to the fourth.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Thunder lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Oklahoma City, they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Nerlens Noel is out there with Grant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
On the wing, Thompson fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Schroeder, and the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude. Kevin Durant last season becoming the second youngest player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, trailing only LeBron James. That's elite company. It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Noel, a screen on Thompson. There's a screen by Noel. Westbrook passes to Noel. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. It's Curry outside. And again, no good by Golden State. The Thunder leading by 8. And you think KD has an outside chance to set the all-time scoring record?
I do. I wouldn't put it past him. Height and shooting touch are 2 things that you don't lose with age.
And stolen by Noel. Here's Westbrook, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Westbrook's got 16 points here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward. Those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala. To be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks, David. Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight. Warriors trail by 17. Curry kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. That one good for 2.
And haven't done as much damage inside as they did in the first half, but they should not get away from that. They can still put pressure on the D if they pound it inside.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Roberson in for Russell Westbrook. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry outside. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Schroeder kicks to George. Cousins pulls it in. Warriors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And the lead is down inside single digits.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Schroeder outside. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Cousins with a screen on Schroeder. Curry attacking, and the wide open shot from Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
And right now, Draymond is just cooking. Immediately firing, having confidence in himself and knowing he can knock that one down.
Feeds it to Robertson. That one falls.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off. A better athlete than some people give him credit. DeMarcus entertaining the crowd.
There's a good screen. And George kicks to Grant. Lob pass to George. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Off target with his 3.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Green dishes to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
With the game on the line, who better to turn to than Thompson for a big shot? A clutch performer who lives for the big moment.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Russell Westbrook in for Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson. Back to Westbrook. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Curry can't get it to go.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
And they go to the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. On the wing, Thompson. A 3-pointer off the mark. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
Clutch shots, Stephen Curry, his teammates, they trust him in those situations.
And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
No good on the triple. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really...
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of...
And now it's time for your 2K TV Kareem submissions. We just wrapped our first season of the NBA 2K League, which is Adam Silver named it the 4th professional basketball league. We just wrapped WNBA, NBA, G League, NBA 2K League, and now NBA 2K League.
Yeah.
Adam Silver, what are your thoughts on adding a 4th professional league? WNBA,
My initial thought is
and now NBA 2K League.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
On adding a 4th professional league.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop player, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Tonight, now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And with all of Curry's talent, their season rolling with one of the great win in their first game. Tonight, now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back.
And welcome everyone to Alexander. A lot of people hope he can finally get there, DA. Thank you. Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to use the type of minutes you're going to play, so you can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I can tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off-season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right, good. Thank you. Check box. I'm not sure if I can tell you this, but
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. And it's Curry in at the point guard.
how about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court, and then right to the rim.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Dishes to Favors. The Jazz working the ball around now. Just 4 to shoot. Good on the dribble. Mitchell's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice dribble.
Cousins with a screen on Rubio. High, marking shot. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now, here's Mitchell. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Green with the block.
Wow, pretty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is and great timing on the rejection.
And that one drops for him. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Mindset right now.
Gobert trying to get open, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. Here's Rubio trying to get open, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Rubio. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First quarter of ball.
Steph started that all with his defense, fantastic, and getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the
Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago. And Klay had the ball in his hands, obviously at a very young age, when he taught the shooting form to play, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Escaping coming on the heat first basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Mitchell.
It just seems that every pass
so they hit the basket there anyway.
So great close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
They double team Curry. Cousins, no one around him, and all around him that time before dropping in.
Steph out there singing a lullaby to the defense, gets them to sleep, and then sets up the teammate nicely.
And Rubio kicks to Ingles. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City. And the clock. Here's Durant. Green breaking loose. That one off the back iron and out. Stolen by Thompson. Green breaking loose. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, we all know that Klay Thompson's a great scorer, and we should talk more about his defense, so we will here. Intelligent and uses his length that time.
His first bucket of the night. Curry on the wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Now here's Favors. Looking for his first basket. So this and it's Mitchell missing.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. A contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe. I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. A contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Warriors leading by 6. Curry passes to Cousins. And Thompson puts up a deep three. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 9 points for Klay Thompson. Curry passes to Cousins. And Thompson.
Is that the shot that gets Klay Thompson going? Most of them do.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. To the paint. Here's Favors. The shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Curry. Here's Rubio.
Defensively, giving up
Utah
far too
calls
many
timeout.
rhythm.
Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
I think it's something that he's working very hard on in his cross match. In the early part of his career, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Durant, the pass to Cousins. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Trying to find Green, he's got it now. Here's Curry. Lee pass was put in just the right spot. Curry's got 6.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without
The drive by Green. Golden State moving it around. Green with a screen on Rubio. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 12.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Sefolosha has the open look. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. But it's no good. Outside Curry. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Sefolosha has the open look. 8 feet away. Here's Cousins. That three off the mark. Outside Curry. Deep.
I like how hard Thompson's working right now on defense. He's just not giving them anything easy.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this.
ability of Kevin Durant. When he's in a groove like this, every opportunity, when he has the ball, feels like a good
And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, getting the ball with the clock running down, he can make something get out of jail card.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Crowder kicks to Cephalosha. Gobert, the screen. Looking to end the drought. That's good. It's Rubio for the assist. Rubio's got 6 assists here tonight.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammates a wide open shot.
Crowder with the steal.
Defender must have felt like he ran into
Shoots from 12.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
About 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Jones.
His body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Livingston passes to Bell. Good work defensively by Crowder. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in the past, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off.
Warriors by 22. Livingston kicks to Cousins. Here's Bell, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blower. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
And a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. Bell reminds me of a younger Draymond Green, a prospect on the rise.
The Warriors selecting Jordan Bell with the 38th pick in the 2017 draft. A pick they acquired Brent from Chicago for cash considerations.
Yeah, a lot of people scratching their heads as to why Chicago wouldn't want a player like Jordan Bell. Well, the Warriors jumped on it, paid for the draft rights to him, and was huge last year, playing in a lot of key moments in the playoffs and in the finals.
Here's a look at some stats for Andre Iguodala. Last season's performance for him, he put up about 6 points per game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
His leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here is Cook. He has 5. Kicks it out to Iguodala. His leaping ability gives him a great advantage over Cephalosha. He has 5. Bell against Crowder. Livingston lets it go with a 3. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by this ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Burks. Count that bucket. Burks has got 9 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Cook, the pass to Livingston. Count that bucket. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Let's take a look at Ricky Rubio. Some stats on him. He had a strong showing last season. 12 steals, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And as we saw last season, a difficult guy to run the offense against. Constantly jumping the passing lanes. Always a threat to create a turnover. Udo's checked in for Utah. Saw last season, a difficult Warriors also making a change. Looney's checked in. Always a threat to create a turnover. Livingston passes to Looney for Utah. Saw last season, Warriors also making a change. That was intentional. Always a threat to create a turnover.
How about Boynton?
For Utah. Saw last season.
But it's not in the game. Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Well, last season, a shot and just had a down year.
Here's Looney. Crowder with the steal. And here is Cephalosha. Kicks it to Burks. Looney. Crowder with the steal. Here's Udo. And Looney sends it back. And here is Cephalosha. Kicks it to Burks. Here's pass to Iguodala. And good that time. 5 points in the game. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Durant. What's the status, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time. So not easy to do.
Udo kicks to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement by Utah. Floats one, and Looney sends it back. Moves back up, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Now we have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we'll be back shortly following.
Hello again. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what you think? Kevin Durant,
how good are these guys on defense? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, the blowout set.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious. They were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer breaks. Weak shooting starts to get contagious.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the state capital right here in Utah. Really a sight to see when you get that kind of perspective from above. Welcome back, everyone. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations.
And
he's been tough to contain.
In the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations.
Umaga daw ba darating si Banji? Okay.
Okay na to?
Naka-charge din cellphone ko.
Ito naka-charge na. Wala siya. Yung nanalo yung pinasang panoodin niya.
Ano?
Ganda daw. Nangyari na wala yung live ko. Kaartihan na ito. Black pa rin ba? Wala. Black pa rin ba?
So far, a runaway game. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Rubio in at the one. That's the group right now for Utah.
Oh, Steph Curry at his best right there.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Mitchell outside. Passes it to Gobert. Rubio with a wide open look. And he's good on the three ball.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
And Cousins throws it down.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
Jazz trail by 17. And the pass to Gobert. And here's Rubio. And again, it's the Jazz from deep. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Durant, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Jazz call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Jazz trail by 18, and on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other. Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you.
Draymond Green is always going to take the initiative. The first guy to hit. He doesn't wait for stuff to happen. He makes it happen.
Now here's Gobert. 11 points in the game. Poked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Jazz. Warriors leading by 17. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Green dishes to Thompson. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Curry's shot is good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Rubio outside. Mitchell wide open. And the three off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Thompson for 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 15 points for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Rubio against Curry. Over Rubio. Curry's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, Draymond's energy, guess what? It's here. It's in the game right now, and he's attacking. Well, Steph Curry's quick release makes his three-point shot almost impossible, and then you add the fact that Steph can do it off the dribble. So anytime he gets somebody shifting their back foot and they're trying to recover, by the time they're halfway there, the ball's already off and on its way. So one of the quickest, one of the more devastating shots in all of basketball. Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
They set the pick. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Pass to Ingles. They need this. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingles has got 6 points in the quarter. And Curry said in his training he speeds up his release to the point where it's uncomfortable. So in the game, for him, everything slows down.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers, Kevin, his closely guarded three-pointers are just as accurate as when he's got a wide-open three-pointer. No defender within 4 to 6 feet. He's knocking down the same kind of percentage. So the fact that Steph has the ability and knows to practice those sort of things speaks to just how much he's invested in the shooting craft.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Now, here's Rubio. He has 6, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Golden State on D. And stolen by Cousins.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Lays it up off the glass. Cousins has got 10 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And he makes that one.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Curry. 17 points in the game. Down low, Green. And Green slams it in.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Utah has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Here's Rubio. Gobert, the screen. Shoots the 3. And it's Mitchell missing.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Ingles against Durant. Kicks it out to Mitchell. No good on the 3. Warriors leading by 22. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Here's Green. A beautiful reverse layup. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Draymond just eating glass that time on the inside, finding some room, carving out space. Great activity.
Back to Favors. Here's Rubio. The Jazz with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mitchell's shot is good.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Curry kicks to Cousins. Thompson passes to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Rubio. Pass to Durant. To the paint and stolen by Favors. Thompson against Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Golden State moving the ball around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Gobert against Curry. Gobert dishes to Rubio. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, Mitchell missing. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Rubio in the corner. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Rubio's got 8 here in the quarter.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Feeds to Cousins. Here's Durant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
It's pretty evident to see that Kevin Durant is driven to be a great player, but it's his love for the game. The passion he has for basketball is something that's just off the charts. I know he's anxious to have another great competitive year in the NBA.
And that one drops.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Screen by O'Neal. From deep, Neto. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Screen by Cousins. Here's Curry. And that one comes up a bit short. Utah shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Burks. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Klay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
It's Curry outside. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter, D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Burks has gone just 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against the Knicks, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Thompson against Burks. From down in the low post, it goes. The Warriors shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. The shot by Curry, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Thompson, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Utah called for the foul.
Klay Thompson is really a guy you have to respect with how even-keeled he is out there on the floor. Never too high, never too low, and very much in control of his emotions.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jones checked in for Cousins. Bell comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Here's Burks. The teardrop falls in. Burks has got 4 points this quarter.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Cook kicks to Jones. Back to Cook. Screen by Jones. It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. Here's Neto. And that one hits back iron. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Bell. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, sometimes it's like Bell enjoys finishing through the contact, proving he's up to the NBA challenge.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. So here's Burks. Passes it to Neto. That's tipped. Udo kicks to Cephalosha. And the pass to Neto. Bangs home the trifecta. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Cook, the pass to Iguodala. Back to Cook. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the 3-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Golden State on D. O'Neal misses.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And now Utah, fast break. Burks leading the charge with some arc. He's off on that one, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. We've talked about the growth of the G League becoming a true minor league. And I think it means good things for the NBA and for the G League.
There's one aspect of it that we always go to first, and that is the idea of teams being able to accumulate more young talent and have these players develop in the system. To me, Kevin, what we're finding out a lot about the G League is what it's doing for young, hungry, incredibly innovative coaches. And that is where we're going to see a huge impact. 7, 8, 10 years from now, G League coaches working their way up to be coaches in the NBA and bringing a new style, a new flair, and a new understanding of the game because of this experience.
Quinn Snyder at Utah is an example of that.
Quinn is a prime example of that, but it's going to be exponentially larger in the next 10 years, the type of growth in the coaching realm that we're going to see that's going to have G League experience.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Cephalosha. Pass to Burks. Here's Neto. And Utah again with the bucket.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, most analytics will tell you that the mid-range jumper is not an efficient shot, but you see how effective with guys like that it can be. Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Burks kicks to Cephalosha, and here's Neto outside, rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Livingston passes to Jones. Utah with the rebound. Udo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now O'Neal. Screened by Udo. O'Neal passes to Neto. Nailed from three-point land. Neto's got 8 here in the quarter.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. You got to at least contest at some point.
Iguodala kicks to Bell. Iguodala the pass to Cook. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Cook's got 19 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Passes to Cephalosha. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. And another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3 ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
It's stolen by Jones. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cook. Offline with his 3. Utah has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Udo kicks to Burks. But they get it back. To halt the run, Udo gets the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here is Cook. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Burks pulls it in. Utah is shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Klay Thompson.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Got that one up quick.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You can see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
And O'Neal gets it to go. Burks with the steal. The pass to Neto. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. From the point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.
Hey guys, I'm Robbie, back to talk My Team Unlimited. October 13th can't get here soon enough. The very first game day is upon us. Right now, you need to be playing My Team Unlimited as much as possible, both to get practice and to earn as many tickets and entries as possible. Remember, when the game day starts, so do your entries. So if you've gotten 40 tickets, then you have 2 entries, and anything that's left over will be carried over to the next week. Qualification game days last 4 hours, and you want to be getting as many games in as possible during that 4-hour window. After each game, you will receive a score based on how you did in the game. Also included as factors are your opponent's lineup strength and your lineup strength. So if you can somehow get a win using a lower rated lineup, first of all, props. And second, that will help your score. So keep in mind, it's a balance between using the best cards you have and using your best cards for your score. Once you lose, that is the end of your score for that entry. But if you've built up multiple...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here in Phoenix, the crowd is going crazy. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. The 4 is Barnes with Jordan as the 5. Doncic and Matthews, the 2 and the 3. And it's Smith in at the point guard. And here's Doncic. Nobody near Barnes. Traps in the tray. And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pre-game meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. Matthews, no good. Lobbed up there for Chandler. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
You know, by all accounts, last season was a fine debut for Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, he handled starting point guard duties from day one and was given room to learn on the job. Wasn't always easy, but this kid has talent and showed moments where you get an idea of how special he might be.
And for Smith last season, the goal was mostly to improve his game along with the team.
Yep, exactly. And Dallas knew they wouldn't be competing for a lot and let Smith Jr. find himself, play through mistakes, learn on the fly. He improved his reads off pick and rolls and also showed improved vision as the season wore on. Guys at the point have to see the whole court at all times. One area, though, he's got to improve in is his defense and awareness on that end of the floor, because athleticism is there. If the awareness improves, this guy could be a demon on D. Unfortunately for the Mavericks, they've gotten pummeled on the glass recently. 27th in the league last year in rebounding, dead last the year before.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. Now here's Ariza outside Jackson. There's the pick. Inside, Doncic with the steal. At the elbow, Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, you got to stay in front of Smith. I mean, when you give him room to run and operate, and he's going to torch you with his speed.
And for the Mavericks, they play such a perimeter-oriented game that impacts their rebound totals.
It's hard to chase down rebounds now when you're 25 feet away from the goal. Still, it's rare that your top rebounder averages only 6 boards a game, which is what Harrison Barnes did.
Now here's Booker over Smith. Rebound by Smith. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
David, thanks. Sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
And you know, guys, that being the case, they can't play soft today. I mean, they've got to really be locked in on being the aggressors. Come out firing and try to get off to a good start.
Jackson dishes to Warren. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Doncic with the steal. The drive by Barnes. Smith the pass to Nowitzki. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
And let's look at some numbers for Dennis Smith. Last season's performance for him. Last season he averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Now Booker, Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And here are the Suns now. It's Ariza on the wing. He's covered by Matthews.
Commendations to Wesley Matthews for the defense. Always hustling and scrapping, doing whatever he can to annoy his man.
Nowitzki with the screen on Jackson. Doncic kicks to Nowitzki. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Booker from the arc. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, one of the things Jackson is well known for is his defense. I mean, he's athletic, he's got good timing, and he really relishes playing defense. And his length is actually very helpful as well.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Outside Jackson. Shoots over Doncic. And that one comes up a bit short. Mavericks leading by 6. And it's blocked.
And Ariza works his butt off on defense. I mean, whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he knows how to block shots.
Barea with it. Over in the corner, Matthews. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
And Matthews crosses up the defense with his catch-and-shoot J. You can't afford to lay off of him.
Booker against Barnes. Warren, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Warren's got 5 now.
and they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Passes it to Doncic, and he banks in the layup. Jackson kicks to Chandler. Barea against Booker. He dishes it to Warren. Phoenix, no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 9.
Remember, TJ was 25 a game his second season at NC State. Knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. And Josh Jackson, the fourth pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. .11 left in the first quarter of the game. And the shot is good. Matthews has got 5.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
And here comes the break. Here's Doncic. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 11. For 3, Booker buries it from three-point range. Booker's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Pass to Matthews. It's deflected. And Booker kicks to Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in. And, of course, game 1 of the season gives them their first real look at Phoenix.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage 1 win in the season series.
Yeah, and you know they wanted to have a better showing against them. Maybe they can take a step in the right direction tonight, guys.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The kick out to Barnes. Another 3 for Dallas.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Yeah, this is a big lead right now, a big one, and they've seized momentum and showing no signs of letting it go.
Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in 2017.
Josh is an ultra competitor.
Well, these two have a very bright future.
I mean, between shooting and Jackson's defensive versatility and potential, that's a duo to watch.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lobster first quarter. The books already as we start the second quarter. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Suns, we've got Chandler, Trevor Ariza out there with Ryan Anderson. Then it's Josh Jackson, and it's Booker in at the point guard position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. And the Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in, and Dallas with a change here too. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Doncic. Suns trail by 9.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having two young players that complement each other is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Mark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
You've got to give Ayton credit that this guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Correa, the pass to Barnes. High post shot, and he nails the jumper. Barnes has got 10. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Booker.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Now the pass to Powell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. I think he's only going to get better down there.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Off target from three-point range. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. That's by 8. Pops it up for Jordan. It's by Ariza.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball. Man, low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, the Dallas Mavericks, it used to be that you could count on them being in the playoffs almost every single season.
Yeah, that was the case right before these last 2 years. I mean, they made the postseason 15 out of 16 times prior to that. Proud ownership, consistent ownership, outstanding coaching. It won't be long before they're really good again.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Jordan.
Boy, you got to get out on Smith from deep, Kevin. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Smith right side. Here's Kleber. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man. Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Here's Kleber. And the shot is long. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Smith. That one, no good. Good D by Booker. Bridges, no one around him. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for Dallas.
And their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
And it's the body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Smith kicks to Kleba. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Booker the pass to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Pass to Barea, 3-pointer. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Ariza, right side. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Bridges kicks to Booker. Pass to Bridges. Dishes it to Anderson. And the 3-ball is good. Anderson's got 8 points.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the scariest players to see coming at you down the lane, Clark. He can just wreck the rim.
Oh, big time, Kevin. Not only does he finish hard, he does so violently and with some anger attached to it. Kind of dunks where you're worried if defenders are going to get hurt trying to challenge. And this guy is explosive. No surprise he was in the dunk contest last season, and I don't think that's going to be his first invite.
Both free throws good from Booker. In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's proud of me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played. And that's fairly select company when you talk 2010 guys as rookies. And that's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummings, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talked about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect in the line so far here in the second quarter.
For Dallas, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
Back to Smith. This one for 3. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Suns trail by 7. Now Jackson. Anderson outside. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
Close to making the defense relax coverage that time.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Ayton throws it down.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
Stolen by Jackson.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly. He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
He's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
They get it again. Ayton dishes to Bridges. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. shooting 50%.
That's just too easy.
Right now, the three from Barnes. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Dallas Mavericks. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
My teammates just been fine to me. I've just been trying to run hard, make good backdoor cuts, run it in transition, and give me good looks.
You have not stopped moving at all, and it's led to good results. Thanks, Harrison. Back to you.
And we'll see you.
The 2K.
Here with Kenny and has the edge here at Kenny. What do you think?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same swagger in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the...
And now with the second half about to get underway.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. And Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
On the court for the Mavericks, Matthews and Barnes fill up the forward spots. Smith at point and Doncic next to him. And it's Nowitzki in at the center position. Here's Booker. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Jackson. Here's Doncic. Off with the layup. Suns trail by 4. For 3, Booker. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Mavericks making a switch here. Jordan's checked in for the lead. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. No good on that one. Foul, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's tied up with that one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Here's Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Devin Booker. A very nice season for him last year. Putting up about 25 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And known for that rim rocking. Dunking ability. Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Poked away. Doncic with the steal. Shot from 12. Nice shot by Smith. Got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, when he's maneuvering through the defense, he got such tight handles and really does a nice job. Ball low to the ground so defenders can't get it.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Bridges.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Smith kicks to Doncic. Here's Powell. The shot missing. Good D by Booker. Anderson passes to Booker. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Yeah, but they're 3 or 4 to start the second half.
Matthews, no one around him. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 6th assist on the night. Anderson, a screen on Smith. Poked loose. Doncic with the steal. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Doncic. He has 6. Powell with the screen. Smith with a wide open look. Off target from outside. Suns trail by 4. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Anderson, a screen on Smith. Booker dishes to Anderson. He got right to the cup using that screen. 2-point Maverick lead.
Got to respect the composed and calm nature Anderson has. He doesn't get nervous or flustered. Terrific shooting in tough spots.
And stolen by Ayton. Now, here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. And here's Booker from the arc. Scores the bucket. He's 7-11. And all right, we'll look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Pass to Bridges. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here is Smith. He's got 16. Barnes passes to Matthews. Got a hand on it.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
There's the screen. Smith kicks to Barnes. Clock at 6. Powell with the screen. Doncic loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And just clever at creating space off the screen. Doncic is someone you can't afford to lose sight of in these situations.
The Mavericks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. It's good on the putback. Powell got 7 points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself. It's how it goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Jackson has the open look, and again, it's the Suns missing. Mavericks leading by 6. High arcing shot, and Matthews with the lay-in. He's got 11.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
From 13, the putback, Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. He kicks to Anderson. Back to Booker. Outside Jackson. Suns moving the ball around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Suns. The Mavericks also with a sub. Jordan, he's checked in for Matthews. And Ayton throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
On the wing, Barnes. We've got 1:18 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Really left alone that time. 19 points for Smith.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Booker the pass to Anderson. That's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Mavericks leading by 7. Inside. Rejection. But they recover it. Back to Smith. Over Ayton. Smith, no good. Phoenix has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. We've got 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Ayton.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Jordan sets the pick for Smith to the middle. That one, no good.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Hey, look, you can score, but we're getting
just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bender and Ayton are the big men. Booker out there with Bridges at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Doncic. That's tipped.
And Bender really using that 9'3" standing reach effectively to block these shots.
Ayton kicks to Bridges. Booker outside. Over Smith. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Phoenix. Smith against Booker. And stolen by Booker. Here's Ayton. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Booker with it. Now Smith defending. And that one's good, Ayton.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
To tie it up. Leaves the dishes to Ayton. Bender kicks to Booker. Bridges passes to Ayton. Sinks that one from the post. Ayton's got 22.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Nowitzki a screen. Smith for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Over Smith. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Booker.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Jordan the screen. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And that one's good, Ayton.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Dallas making a switch here. Matthews is checked in.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Ayton kicks to Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. The dish now to Ayton. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. Mavericks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Smith the pass to Doncic. Now Matthews.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose egg.
Smith against Booker. Kicks it to Ayton. To the inside. Ariza using his post move to get the 2 points. Ariza's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Smith. Slam call, but he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Ariza.
Smith's showing you that he's aggressive, he's athletic, and he's strong. Doesn't mind playing through contact. He gets the job done.
Anderson, he's checked in for Dragan Bender. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Dallas calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dennis Smith.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
There's the pick. Yep, it goes, and the back down to 2 at those points from Booker.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
To the inside, Matthews. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
Harrison Barnes.
And so here is Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And, you know, even with him struggling, they're still up. But they need him to find his rhythm soon.
On the wing, Booker. It's taken away by Smith. Fast break. Here we go. Bridges with the steal. There's the pick to the paint. Here's Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. Anderson with the block. The pass to Ayton. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots. And Matthews, Kevin, enjoys, relishes these big shots. When it's an important time in the game, he wants the ball.
Anderson inside, covered by Barnes. And the Suns miss again. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Mavericks leading by 4. Smith kicks to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Anderson passes to Ayton. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Doncic. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. Anderson gets to Ariza. And he drops it in from the low post.
And Ariza's calm demeanor, excellent at scoring in key spots, and that calmness helps him.
Here's Barnes. And it falls over the rim and in. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Booker dishes to Anderson and finished off by Anderson.
And Anderson, boy, Kevin, is a key player for this squad. I mean, he prepares himself for these moments, delivering in a big way.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Lets it go from the wing. And no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. And here's Booker from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dallas moving it around. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
And foot on the accelerator.
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
This effort here, train ride home, is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, will be rather flat.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And here's Smith. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what...